Hey team, you're on Facts and Firearms, which today is facts, firearms, and fun for a change instead of our usual grim topics. We're going to talk about my very favorite match of all time, now known as the pin shoot. I got to tell you, I've shot most of the handgun disciplines that are out there, many of the rifle disciplines, some of the shotgun disciplines. I've shot competition in the United States, Canada, South America, England, Europe, and South Africa. None were as fun as this match. This is the famous bowling pin match. It goes back to the mid-1970s. Richard Davis, the man who invented soft body armor, in his early demonstrations would shoot himself with a .38 and later a .44 Magnum, giving a new definition to stand behind your product, and would then turn and shoot 3 bowling pins off a table to show that after taking that hard impact, you were still able to fight your way through. It occurred to him that this would be a fun format for a shooting match, and to thank the people who had made him successful, he put the first one on experimentally in the mid-1970s in Central Lake, Michigan. The first one was invitation only, maybe 30 people, which included some gun writers, including my friend J.D. Jones. Well, I read J.D.'s article, and I said, this sounds like fun. And I was at the next one. The first couple were open only to police, which I was at the time. Then they opened it to private citizens, which really opened up the enrollment and the number of shooters. And I just fell in love with it. It's the ultimate reaction target. Except, of course, for your human opponent or the animal in the game fields. You've got to react to whatever the target does when the bullet hits it, and that can be unpredictable. It could dive to the side, it could roll around and try to get away from you. It could try to hide in a corner where you had a very limited part of it to aim at. All the time, the clock was running, and whoever shot all the pins off the table fastest won. Over the years, that expanded into different firearms categories. Today, there are 20-some. I'm going to need a cheat sheet to tell you all of them. And the best analogy I can give you, I want you to picture a carnival midway of all shooting games, all different, all shot with different guns, all live fire. And if you do well, instead of winning a stuffed animal or a Cupid doll, you win a gun or some other cool merchandise prize. It started out with duty guns. So what was called the main event is 5 pins, which today have to be shot out from an array of no-shoot pins, each of which will cost you several seconds time added if you knock it over. So let's look at some of the categories. First, there's stock gun. That's going to be a 5-inch barrel semi-auto or up to 8 3/8-inch barrel hunting revolver. Can't have a recoil compensator, can't have optical sights. Let's take a quick run and see what a 5-pin run looks like with that.
Shooters ready.
The next category to be added was pin gun. That would be a typical iron sight pistol, but with a recoil compensator of some type added. And, it didn't make as much difference as we thought it would. The reason being, you can get recoil recovery as you're tracking between targets. And remember, this is a multiple target game. Pin gun looks like this.
Shooters ready.
Then there's space gun. That can have the recoil compensator, and it can also have an optical sight. Then, continuing with the 5-pin, what we call main gun matches, is the recent addition of the 9mm. So many of today's shooters shoot only 9mm. They added this, and the pins will be set further back on the table. Instead of the usual, you have to blow them 3 feet back, which required a .45 or a Magnum. These are set far enough back that a standard 9mm load, they say, should be able to take the pins off. Then you've got the earlier 9mm match, which is 12 bowling pins that you have to shoot off the table, but again, they are set further to the rear to make it easier with a smaller caliber gun. There's PCC, pistol caliber carbine, and a couple of different formats. There is one-person team. Well, one-person team is all your individuals, I guess. But two-person team is very popular, and for that you need a little bit of strategy so you don't duplicate effort and add to your time, and that would look like this.
Timers ready. Guns on the rail.
You on the handgun, him and I on a shotgun.
Shooters ready.
Nice.
Next, there's the three-man event, or three-person event. 2 shotguns and a handgun up against a whole big array of pins, and that is so exciting to watch. They used to call it the Rolling Thunder event. Another spectacular one to watch is the Big Push, and it's now called the Denny Reichert Memorial Match, named after a dear friend of ours who was an inveterate second chance and pin shooter, and we lost him all too soon. There, you've got only 3 bowling pins, but you've got to blast them 14 feet back down a steel trough. And that means your 357 and your 45 certainly won't be enough. Neither will your 44 Magnum. Your 454 Casull is going to be right on the edge. The guns that win there are the 460 and particularly 500 Magnum Smith & Wessons. And that is spectacular to watch, as you can see here.
We push only. Timers ready. Guns on the rail. Shooters ready. Wow, there it is, baby.
There are many more games to play there. Individual shotgun, the multiple PCC games, as I said. For the AR-15 or similar guns, you'll be shooting at more distant targets, and those will be steel knockdowns. They also have the Banzai Charge Bang and Clang, which I can't keep a straight face, but humor is part of the game out there. You're knocking over big steel plates with 12-gauge rifled slugs out to 100 yards. And of course, that's all done under time. There's an event for 22 rifles. You can use their 10-22 if you wish. For 22 handguns, they have 10-shot 10-shot Smith & Wesson K22s. And you'll be shooting at just the heads of bowling pins that you have to sort of knock off a sawhorse. The bottom line is, it's big fun. It's the only match I've ever been to where there are bleachers for the audience. It's so much action with a gun that, unlike a bullseye match, which would put an audience to sleep in the first few volleys, you can actually see what's happening. You can see who is ahead of who. There are particularly exciting the shoot-offs, where 2 to 3 competitors are shooting off together to see who's the fastest to clear the table. And that can get a little bit exciting. It's also exciting for the shooter because they know several dozen pairs of eyes are on them and probably several cameras. So it's a ton of fun. It's a very social event. The local Lions Club brings a very tasty lunch every day of the 6 or 7 days, and that is included in your entry fee, of course. It's a gathering of like-minded people that recharges your batteries, sort of like going to the gun rights policy conference. You leave remembering, yeah, I'm on the right side of this particular polarized debate, and yeah, I chose the right group of people because gun people are good people. I said I went to the first one that was open, that was not by invitation. That would have been 1976, I think. And I've been to every one since. It was known then as the Second Chance match. That ended in 1998. And a whole lot of us in the years that followed The second week in June of every year, our body clocks told us, what the hell are we doing wherever we are? We're supposed to be in Central Lake, Michigan shooting the pin match. Well, it was reconstituted in 2017 as the pin match. You can get all the details at pinmatch.com. That will include links to articles written by many of us who've been there to give you an idea of the flavor of the thing, advice on how to shoot it the best, how to shoot it well, including advice from top shooters who really made their bones there. Bill Wilson really shot his way to fame at the old second chance shoot. So did Jerry Michalak, and so did a few other familiar names. I intend to be there next year, and I'd love to see you there too. It's a great family vacation. Central Lake, Michigan is a Lakes Region resort town. It's held at the beginning of summer, usually second week in June. And there's all sorts of lakes, boating, fishing, sights to see. It's a great family vacation. I've been known to take my family, and when possible now, I bring my lovely bride. I hope to see you there, and stay safe, subscribe, ring the bell, you know the drill.